Hey guys, Jared here, Scalp International Hairlines with 2 locations up here in Syracuse, New York, and a satellite location in Raleigh, North Carolina. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Today I want to talk a little bit about the longevity of scalp micropigmentation. It's a question that gets asked a lot. And to preface this, I've had scalp micropigmentation for almost going on 8 years now. I got it touched up, but not even a full touch up, probably 4 years ago in Miami. Most of the time, the best way to answer this is it depends. Most of the time, scalp micropigmentation should last you between 3 and 5 years before you need a touch up. Now, sometimes it's going to be less than that. For instance, if you live in warm states like North Carolina, South Carolina, all the southern states where it's more humid, you're outside more because there's sunshine, there's beaches, then you might have to get a touch up every 2 to 3 years. It's just because of the sun, the exposure to the elements, the heat, you're sweating a little bit more, the salts in your sweat can dry out scalp micropigmentation. So you may have to get a touch up sooner than, say, New York, where I live, where it's not always that sunny. We have winter 9 months out of the year basically, so a lot of people are inside. You could probably get away closer to that 4, 5, 6 year mark. So it really depends on the climate and where you live. It also depends on lifestyle, your skin type. If you have a lot of oily type of skin, you might need a touch up sooner rather than later. So don't get hung up on the longevity so much of it. Get more into the fact that this is a procedure that can completely change your life in a few hours. There's no other procedure out there that can do that. So if it only lasts you 2 or 3 years and then you only need an hour or so touch up to bring that sexy look back, to me that's way more worth it than asking how long does it actually last. A couple of the things, there's about 5 things you can do to actually protect your scalp micropigmentation and make it last a little bit longer. And really the first thing is, if you are in those warmer weather climates and you know you're going to be outside or on a boat or fishing or golfing, then really you should be putting a good hat on. On top of that, you should have a good SPF 30, SPF 40, so it does protect you from the harmful effects of the rays. Another thing that you can do now, if you've gotten scalp micropigmentation as a density treatment, meaning you have hair, we just kind of filled it in to make it look more full. So you want to avoid hair care products that are detrimental to your hair. Maybe they have tons of chemicals in them, harsh ingredients where it can actually dry out your scalp. So you want to look for some more natural hair care products. Another one that actually can dry out your scalp a lot is if you're using minoxidil or Rogaine, because there's a lot of alcohol in it. But if it's part of your hair care ritual, meaning you came in for density, you stopped using Rogaine for a period of time so that we can perform the procedure, and then at the 30-day mark, usually you start using Rogaine again so you protect the hair that you do have, well, just know that's fine, but you may have to come from a touch-up a little bit sooner than somebody who's not using a product like that. The third thing you can do to kind of protect your skin a little bit more on top of wearing a good SPF is just moisturizing. Put a good moisturizer on it. It keeps your skin from drying out, keeps it from flaking. The more it dries, the more it flakes, the more typically you itch, you scratch, and it can just really just dry out the procedure. So put a really good matte finish lotion on your head to kind of protect your investment. So in short, you will require some type of a touch-up procedure, typically within 2 to 5, maybe 6 years, largely depends on where you live. The takeaway in this video is touch-ups are a fraction of the cost of the actual investment, of the actual first investment. Typically, touch-ups cost right around maybe high-end 25% of the original cost. Some artists like me, I just go by time. Usually $300 to $350 an hour. Come in, spend an hour, we freshen it up, and then you're good to go for, you know, 2, 3, 4 years after that. So with that, I hope this video is helpful. Please hit like, hit subscribe, hit the bell icon so you know when the videos are made, and leave a comment if you found this video helpful. This is just an educational channel. Scalp micropigmentation, even though it's been around for almost 10 plus years, it's still in its infancy. So there's a lot of education, there's a lot of information out there that I'm trying to give people who are looking for this procedure, maybe even people who are on the fence and they're not potential customers or clients of mine. If you live someplace else in the world or in the country, then this is just information I'm trying to give you so that you can make a better, more informed decision about scalp micropigmentation and its more positive effects than anything else on you. With that, have a great day.